Well, hello there. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Enchanting with Lala. Hello there, Science Bob, Catherine, Susan. Hello there. So, what do you think about the new trailer?
I love it. It's awesome.
Oh, wait till you see the other ones that are coming down the pipeline.
It is
Thanks
so
to
good.
everybody. Yeah, see. Hey, Gary, welcome to the show, everybody. So, Liana, hello there. How you doing there? So, we are going to talk about the Mandela effect. I wonder if a lot of people actually know what that is. So, oh, look at here. Science Bob slid one in on me. All right. There we go. The Mandela effect. What is the Mandela effect?
Okay, so it's a lot of people remembering something that now supposedly never happened or is slightly different. It started with Mandela. A lot of people thought he died years before he actually did, and they remember the funeral. Some people remember going to it, and then years later, when they found out that when he died again, they were just they didn't know what to think, and so that's when it really started getting notoriety. And they call it the Mandela effect because of that. And a lot of people think that CERN has a lot to do with this. They messed with something in the timeline and it shifted us. I know it sounds weird, but look, I remember some things like Skechers. I used to have really bad OCD, and as a kid, I would type words with my toes. I know that's weird, but I couldn't stop.
What?
Dude, I did.
Oh, she said she tight with her
And
toes.
my toes would go
This
the
little
correct
piggy went
way.
to the market. This little piggy went to the typewriter.
And so they would go the correct way on a keyboard would that you would put your fingers on. And I remember
I cannot picture this. I'm sorry.
it was bad.
Bob, you got this on video?
But Skechers, the sneakers used to have a T in it. And now all of a sudden it never had a T. And I looked at their website and the business and it never had it. Or Fruit of the Looms, people remember a cornucopia. But now supposedly it never had it. And it's just little things that are
What do
off.
you mean cornucopia?
You know Fruit of the Looms underwear with the for
The
like for
bird?
guys? It's that brown looking cone the pilgrims had,
Brown?
and they put their fruit in it. Isn't that called a cornucopia?
Oh, you're talking the fruit bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, people and some even have old. See, this is what it's weird. Some people have old things that still have that on it, but supposedly the company said it never had it. So it could be a psyop. That this is just trying to make us confused. Some people think we shifted dimensions. Some people think we died and that our consciousness went somewhere else and it's just a little bit off. And the people that remember it a certain way that it is now are from this dimension, and people that remember another way are from a different dimension and are now here. It's really interesting. I mean, there's different animals now. There's a horse with mustaches. I swear to God, I used to ride horses like half my life. I never saw a horse with a mustache before.
I never seen a horse with a mustache.
Right.
I seen fairies.
Yeah. With mustaches. Have you ever had a Mandela effect where you remember something and it's no longer like that anymore?
I don't know. I have a lot of deja vu. I don't know if I really ever sat there and Bob, you just threw me for a loop with Fruit of the Looms, and then she's weird with the typewriter. But anyways, I don't know if
Thanks.
I really ever even thought about that, really.
Yeah. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people remember things a different way. It's just really, really weird. And you can find it on Reddit. People write about it. I mean, there's huge arguments where people say we're just misremembering it, but people have proof from how it used to be. It's not much, but like the Berenstain Bears. Remember that book with the little teddy bears?
Right.
It originally used to be Berenstain, Stein, and now it's Stain. And I remember Googling this when it was the first argument, and it said the creator of the book last name was Stein, and he was Jewish. And I Googled it recently, and it doesn't say that anymore. It says Stain as his last name. It just changes. It's weird.
So, see, now we talked about this on another show, and I can't remember. Somebody out here, Rebecca, Catherine, Samantha, Brian, somebody, what's that website that you can go back and see who put out an article, made the changes, and see everything all the way from the original to the changes all the way to the present? And I said somebody was going back and scrubbing that and changing that, because I noticed articles, encrypted news related articles that is supposed to be cryptid related, that the wording has changed. And I'm like, I wasn't like that 2 or 3 years ago.
Right. And that's,
And
yeah.
yeah, so maybe you're right.
And yeah, it's little things that it could be a building pops up overnight that you don't remember. You could be driving to work for years the same way. And all of a sudden there's this building there and people are like, oh, it's always been there. And you're like, no, it hasn't been. They think we shift multiple times back and forth because there's actually been cases where it went back the original way. I mean, like, the Bible changed. My mom's by the way, Xander, I love you. Thank you for that's my baby. That's my son.
Yeah. Yeah. He gave us a good definition. Absolutely.
The Bible changed in a couple times. My mom's favorite one for Christmas was to send out postcards or the cards of the lion and the lamb. And now it's never been the lion and the lamb. It's the lamb and the wolf. And I know for a fact that's not how it was. That's just weird. That don't even make sense. So people are really scared about the Bible changing. And it changed in their home. Like they didn't buy a new one and it was different. It changed in their home. So, really weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, see, they remember the Stein too.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that. Samantha, Brian, Liana.
Oh, Brian, if you do, try to find it because that's interesting.
Science Bob.
Right? There and oh, here's one that's weird. I remember a couple years ago, I always look up at the sky and all of a sudden I never would see the face on the moon that we all see, right?
Right.
Well, it looks like a face. And so I thought it was weird and I Googled it. There wasn't one thing on Google about the face on the moon. Not one. There was a drawing someone did, but nothing else. And it freaked me out. But I was like, maybe I'm just misremembering. A couple months later, the face on the moon was back. And it was all over Google again. I don't know what that's about, but something's up. And I, honest to God, this is true.
Yeah, so I do, Brian. I did talk about that on one of the shows about the Green Beret, about the Martin case. Yes, the verbiage changed in the news article. So read it. Yeah. So is it somebody playing with our minds and trying to alter history or doing scientific tests on us or something? Or yeah, Samantha, what? There we go. What?
Some people think that it's part of this matrix that they think we're in, and that the creators want us to slowly kind of find out something isn't quite right. So they're doing a little bit at a time on purpose. That's one theory. Some people think we died 2012, and that's when a lot of it started happening more so than 2012.
Well, I remember subliminal messages when technology first came out. I never forget when I was like 18 or 19 years old, and I'm not going to mention the company. And we're watching training videos, and I was like, oh. And the head person was like, what are you oohing about? And I was like, those subliminal messages are pretty interesting. And he was like, or she was like, you can see those? I'm like, yeah, I can see them each time they flash.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, you're not supposed to see those. I'm like, well, look, here's one right now. And I read it to her. And she was like, I don't see it. So she made me write down like 4 or 5 of them. And she checked with corporate. And she told me a week later that I was right. And that they put them in there. And that's when they were doing that testing about commercials and use subliminal messages to get you to, you're hungry.
Right.
You want to eat this.
Yep.
So
they do it in the movies, so you get popcorn in the middle of the movie and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
It's like you know that one movie where the guy puts on the glasses and he can see the true world. And some of the, that's what you are. You have built-in glasses like that.
Yes. So, and I'll never forget too, is that they start doing it at gas pumps. You know, you're thirsty. You want a Polar Pop. And when you buy a Polar Pop, you get a candy bar. You want a Snickers. And now they're suggesting you to go in there to get a Snickers. And you're like, oh, candy bar does sound good.
It drives me nuts. It's so creepy. I don't want a commercial while I'm pumping gas. I want to get out of there. You know what I mean? But it's weird. People do buy it though. They're very persuadable.
Hey, it worked on me the other night. Redenbacher, I'm not getting paid for that, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? I made homemade popcorn. I was like, oh, popcorn does sound good. I was like,
I want some now. See?
Yeah. So it did work. I was not hungry. I was not in the mood for anything, but I saw that popcorn commercial and that extra butter. And then that powdered cheese.
I've never had the powdered
and I was
cheese.
like, yeah. So, but it does, right? And like Samantha says, buy now. It does work.
Yeah.
Order now. Limited quantities on hand, only $19.95. Buy one, you get the other one half price.
One left when there's 100.
Right.
I sometimes wonder, a part of me thinks that we do shift dimensions and that whatever CERN's doing, because I know they were trying to they did make a black hole. But I remember one of the scientists said in an article that they now believe in God, whatever they brought through.
So they blame CERN. A lot of people blame CERN for opening up the door on portal. They cracked the door on a portal. And that's why a lot of people think that we are seeing all these paranormal events, activity increase around the world where it comes to ghost and cryptic related. And oh, yes. And then they were looking for the God particle and they found the demon particle. And I'm like,
what?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes. So when you seek light, you shall seek the dark. And they found the dark. Yeah. So, hello, Kelly. I went back and looked, called conditioning. You didn't get blocked or anything. So I don't know what happened to you, darling. But it's very interesting. And it is called conditioning. But CERN, we did a whole show on CERN, and it is like their opening ceremony was like, whoa.
Creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Brian, I knew you was going to bring up a moon pie. And I've thought about you when I made my tea because I didn't use sweet and low. I used saccharin. You know the story about him and sweet and low?
No, what is it?
Oh, my Lord. We got to save that for after the show then.
Uh-oh. Okay. But then the other part of me thinks that this is a psyop. And because when you make people that confused, they're more controllable. But then how would they change stuff that's already in someone's home? So I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know, but I have deja vu a lot. Now that's freaky.
That's part of it. Yeah.
Like, you know, I did a few shows with people, and you'll see me actually zone out, and because I know everything they're going to say before they say it, and how they're going to laugh and just you know react.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, is this like really happening? I'm like, am I getting punked out or something? So, and that's spooky, you know. Yeah. So, but yeah, it just makes you wonder about stuff. I don't know. Is it, you know, is it people using their third eye, or people awakening and you tapping into their abilities or something? I don't know.
Right. That's a good point.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers.
I don't think we ever will. I think, well, I would like if somebody that really looks into this more. A lot of times, because there are only 1 or 2 letters missing from movies or TV shows or shoes, I wonder if they started from the beginning and put all those letters together, if that would create some sort of message. I mean, maybe that's why.
Now, ask Science Bob. Now, they did take the Bible and put it in the computer, and it did spell out certain messages and encrypted codes, I think. Didn't they do that years ago? I think. Am I right? Somebody out there in the audience, they did that with scripture. So, yeah, not the sweet and low again. Hey, you ought to see this box I've got. I don't know what it's called. It's not sweet and low. But I get it at Amazon. It comes in a box this big. I can't even get it in the camera. This big here, this big, about that tall. It's for a restaurant, you know. Yeah. So, but anyway, he's got Bigfoot poo in a sweet and low box.
Oh.
Yes.
That's wrong.
And it's in his freezer, and his wife found out on a show live. Yes. Did it go off?
It went off when you said. Never mind.
Yeah. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there's that. That's fun.
So
who did he anger? I can't say the word.
But he actually found it, and it was so big he had to break it.
Oh my god! I hope he's gonna sell it. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Why, he's in the freezer with his food. So you ought to. I got to send you the link to the show when we first. Yeah, he was feeding Sasquatches peanut butter. You know those big jars you get at Sam's, the family size, like 8 or 10 of those a week.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Jeez. I mean, he should have had stock in them. But now, Standing Stones, you're right. I can't give you. Yeah, the Simpsons TV shows. You know, they say they had hidden message in it. You know, like Trump for president, 9/11. Poor Brian. He's never going to live this down. So, but yeah, stay away from saccharin. I know. Right now, Chris, I'm dealing with what did I call them?
Demon dolls. Oh,
Yeah, chiggers. Yeah, oh man, don't talk about demon dolls. So we were doing a show the other night with the Australia mate girls, right?
yeah.
And one of them was like,
Uh-oh.
I'm like, what? I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, you got an older man with you. And I'm like, yeah, it's my grandfather. I already know. I was told earlier. He's always with me.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, you got something else there too. And Irene from Japan, she's like, yeah, I see it too. And I'm like, well, tell me. She's like, no, you're going to freak out. And my stomach went in knots. I mean, like twisted in knots. And Irene's like, I'll take care of this. Is it all right if I take care of it? And one of the girls were like, and I'm like, well, tell me what you say. She goes, Irene's like, it's over his shoulder. She's like, yeah, I know. I don't want to tell him. He's going to freak out. So she says, hold on for a second. And within 15, 20 seconds, she says, it's gone. I knew it was gone because my stomach, my knots in my stomach.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever it was, she got rid of it.
Oh,
and she's like, pay me $30 now. And she was like, I'm just joking. I was like, man, you had me going there for a minute. I was gonna have to PayPal you or something, you know.
No.
But Irene's a sweetheart. She's a Sagi from Japan, and I watched one of her shows. She went to Hiroshima where they dropped the bomb.
Yeah.
Man, oh, it was a horrible show. I mean, she did a good job, but
yeah,
just people that didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
Where she was communicating with, they were walking around like, what happened? Why am I on fire? Why am I burning?
Right.
It was just horrible. So, and what she was seeing and describing was terrible.
That's so sad. I don't understand why. I mean, it's hard enough living this life or this world. I would hope that when we pass that something would help us figure that out and not just leave us hanging, you know?
Right. Did you see where Roger put up there? I'm going to put a sweet low box and nail it to the tree. You see if I get a direct deposit. Now I'm thinking of you're going to the teller machine or the bank drive through and using the little slot machine to put the money to thing in. You all crack me up. It's never a dull moment with this crowd. Liana, I heard somewhere that makers of South Park had made some episode trying to expose more serious things. Somebody else told me that too. So, yes,
that's interesting.
Yeah. Yes, Grizzly, bleach, that's all, folks.
Yeah, I'd never heard of chiggers.
Bass helps. Yeah, she didn't know what a chigger was. She looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, no, I'm being serious. She's like, but I got clear fingernail polish. If not, I got a whole bunch of holy water. So yes. So that speaking of Irene's, there she is. Doll's a Grizzly's favorite. I was just talking about you. Hello, Nana Boss, Irene. Welcome to the show.
Did your granddad wear a cowboy hat?
Yes.
Okay, this gotta be you, because this guy keeps showing up every show with a cowboy hat, but he won't show his face.
Yeah. He wore a cowboy hat and a coon hat. He loved his coon hat when he was drinking.
Was he tall?
He's about.
I'm 5'7", so.
Yeah, he's about 6 foot.
That's tall. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So he's been around me for many, many years.
Yeah. He's one of your guides, protectors.
Yep, that's what I was told. So.
Yeah, somebody just said that Disney uses subliminal. They said something about Disney being subliminal. They do. I know somebody that went to Disney and they said that they would spritz scents out so you'd get hungry or like any type of scent just to make you buy something. It was really weird.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like they'd have like a bread, they'd have like some bakery smell, and then right in front of you was a or down the street was a bakery. So by the time you got there, you wanted it.
Wow. Hello, Thomas. That's interesting. That ought to be illegal.
Mm-hmm.
That's like waving a piece of crack in front of a crackhead going, yeah, you want some? Ah, psych! I can't believe I said that on air. I'll probably get censored for that one. I mean, that's awful.
It's very true.
I mean, whatever if you're trying to watch your figure like I am. I'm sexy, right? You know, maybe I don't want to eat white bread.
Yeah. Jeez.
So that is awful. But you know, this is like, you know, that commercial with the popcorn. You know, I don't have smell-o-vision, but I was like,
right.
And it's I went crazy. I made popcorn. It worked.
I used to always think I was super strong and that could never happen to me. And then Bob played something and it was about how you think you hear it one way. And then they tell you after you hear it first, they say, now it's actually saying this. And when you listen to the same thing again, it sounds completely different.
Oh,
but it's weird.
Yeah, see, scary. I'm very good in listening to conversations and interviewing because people will say one thing but mean something else. Yeah. So I'm very good at picking that up. And so absolutely. But when it comes to like cheesecake or something, I can walk around it and 5 pounds hits me in the rear. So. You know, I can just get close to it and it just jumps on me. So I just got to be careful.
Want cheesecake. Now I'm going to have to buy cheesecake.
We call it swimmer's itch in Michigan.
Swimmer's itch.
That's not swimmer's itch. They got spray for that, Brian. My Lord. I thought we were talking about the Mandela effect. Then we went from sweet and low to South Park had an episode, aliens. Yeah, I know.
Women crackers.
I told Grizz he had spirits in his house. He didn't listen to me. I listened all right. I know. Hey, anytime a psychic or person with the ability say something, I'm listening. I always listen. So, and I didn't know too that Disney uses subliminal messages or images. And a lot of people in the audience were sending me images during one of our shows about trafficking and other stuff. And I was like, wow, yes.
God. Ew.
Yes.
I hate this world.
Catherine says loud music in clothing store makes you buy things.
I wonder
what kind of music are you listening to? Here we go. I'm gonna go buy me some shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah.
What was it? Aristotle? Is that what it's called? What that? It's like a fancy clothing store. They blare the music and they have the lights really low.
I just thought it was for the younger generation.
No, it's weird. It's real low lighting. It's like a club almost effect. It's really odd.
Yeah, the grocery store. I do have to walk by the bakery. Kelly, you're absolutely right. I always tell people if you want to sell your property, always do cookies or fresh bread. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because yes, or very, very smelly candles because the women will always remember that house. And it does work. Yep. Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Nicole, I'm not surprised they do that. Disneyland is all about that. Then they charge you a fortune to buy it. So, hello, room.
Hello.
Hello. Grizzly sexy. Oh, wee wee. That means yes in French. I just want to throw that out there real quick before I get censored. God. Bread is my kryptonite too. Y'all, I make some hellacious bread. Jalapeno cheese bread, beer bread, all kinds of different bread. Good. Yes, I sure do. So
I like pumpernickel with the spinach dip. That's good too.
Yes. Now Chris is craving popcorn. Sorry. So then I'm buying some bread spray. Did you know? I did not know this. That you know how you put butter on popcorn, right? You usually melt it in the microwave or on the stove, and without you put it in the microwave, right?
Yeah.
Now it comes in an aerosol can.
It's real butter?
Yeah.
Oh,
with no
wow.
calories.
What?
And it tastes better than the movie popcorn butter.
You buy it at a grocery store?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey, Barb, welcome to the show.
You can put on anything then.
Yeah, I know.
I want to try that.
Going to use it instead of butane, Old Spice. So that's funny. But yeah, but no, I think really that people are actually scrubbing things on the internet. That's just my thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, Wikipedia, you can do that. Anybody can do that on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia used to be the Bible.
Yeah.
Whatever Wikipedia said, it was good as gold.
Yeah.
Nanoballs, some people crave sweets, but I crave bread and white potatoes. White potatoes. I crave any potatoes. The Bigfoot will love your butt for that. Well, I don't think they're happy right now with all that gorilla tape I got out in the woods, man. I got booby traps everywhere.
I'm excited to see what you get. Yep.
Well, I know what I got right now is a bunch of chiggers.
Great. Just snort laughed.
Oh. I mean, yes, it was awful. So, I went to physical therapy and the lady's like, "Did you fall?" And I'm like, "Man, I was in a jungle."
Oh, so, good.
Yeah. Cheesecake is my favorite. See, Roger, thank you. Bread spray would be awesome.
Gosh. I want to, I'm starting to get more courage about the whole Bigfoot thing. I refuse to meet a werewolf, but I'm interested in meeting Bigfoot, but I don't know how to call them to me because I'm still a little scared. Do people have more good experiences with them, or is it mixed? Are they going to crap in my box too, or like?
I tell you this much. It depends on who you talk to. They're like little poodles, and you can pet them and feed them. And the other ones are like monsters. They rip your face off and they eat you alive. So I have no idea.
That's fun.
So yeah, and it is, Kelly. It's our brain's way, and I think a lot of it. Thomas, we are in the ditch. I'm calling AAA for a tow truck. But I think that we are programmed. That's like when you walk down to the Frozen section, the lights come on, and it's like, oh, look at me. And it's like, I wasn't even going to look here, and the lights come on, and you're automatically drawn to that area. We're saving electricity. Yeah, okay, right, whatever.
They hire people to put, I think, more expensive things within reach and cheaper things up high. I've heard all kinds of stuff. Color theory they use to sell stuff. They really pay a lot of money in grocery stores to sell.
And that's why they redo grocery stores too. That's why they don't leave stuff in the same spot. They redo aisles because I used to be able to go where I lived in Lexington. I used to go to Kroger's and I used to buy the same thing, and I go to every aisle and I know exactly where everything was. When they redid it, I was buying stuff that I never bought before because I was like, "Oh, that looks good. I'm going to try it. Oh, that looks good. I'm going to try it." Next thing you know, I had an extra $100, $200 in my grocery cart, and it worked.
Yeah.
So it really does.
I tell you what, though, this is not related to anything, but I made something new the other day. It was coconut shrimp curry. And man, I didn't mess it up. It was pretty decent. I'm going to try it again this week.
That's neat.
Yeah. It's a Thai It's Indian or Thai food.
Well, that's interesting. See, now you're making me hungry.
Bob actually liked it, so that's a plus. That means it was really good.
Well, he's typing, so he's alive.
Have you ever experienced the wolf? Was it the werewolf and Wolfman are different, right?
So the werewolf is the one that's supposed to change back and forth between a human into a dog man. Dog man is supposed to be just a straight dog.
And is that interdimensional? Or like
some people say it is, some people say it's flesh and blood, just like Bigfoot. Everybody's got their own spin, their own take on it.
Okay. Have you ever experienced that?
Bigfoot, yes. Dogman, I don't want nothing to do with.
Right.
To me, I think it's demonic, but I don't know. That scares me. Bigfoot scares me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Even ghost scares me. I'm not gonna lie. People laugh at me all the time.
No.
I mean, my ghost balls go, or my cat balls go off, and the REM pod goes off. I freak out sometimes.
Oh, is your REM pod close by? If not, that's okay.
Yeah, it's right here, and we got the battery right next to it.
Yeah, there was someone on Facebook Live years ago that was being stalked by a dog man, and he got it on camera live. And the thing was in the woods staring at him. So he held the phone as if he was taking a picture of himself, but really he was videoing this thing. And it backed into the woods again, and it looked really creepy. And it was a werewolf.
No.
And then the guy went back out to smoke a cigarette, and this thing ran past the home. And it looked almost kind of see-through, but solid at the same time. Very muscular, very, very tall. And he started to cry. This was a guy. And he was begging people to come over to his house because he was terrified. But that was like
that would freak me out. That'd freak me out.
Yep.
All right, stand by. Let me go grab a battery. Hold on here. Yeah, that would freak me out there.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Hi, everybody.
Oh. Of course, you test the battery by licking it. It knocks the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
Well, how else are you going to test a 9-volt?
I get it.
You know? I looked at it like, I don't know what it was doing on the other side of the studio.
I'm going to ask my rods if a Bigfoot's going to come by. Yes, please. Not mine.
See if it's going to come by my cameras.
Yeah.
All right, let me position this REM pod away from me. All right, it's set up and activated.
Is Bigfoot going to go by Grizzly's home? Okay. Go back to normal. Did you see anything? That was weird. Okay. I thought I saw a mist go past me.
I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to figure out where I left off in the comments.
Will they be safe for him? Yes. Will they ever see a werewolf? No. Okay, that's good.
So I was very strategic putting these cameras out. Some have IR, some don't.
Okay, good.
Some IR. What's the other one? Infrared. Don't have some of those. So I got a mixture. So I did them like a funnel. Then I got that shipping Gorilla tape, on the big shipping, the 4-inch or the 3 to 4. And I put them between trees, and I laid a whole roll out. you imagine like a cat? Anyway, he's on the force on the ground. If it's going to step on it, be like, what the hell is this? So I did some naughty things. And I said on one show, I said, wouldn't that be awful if all the tape was wound up in a ball and stuck to my back door? That would flip me out.
Oh yeah. That would be a big message.
Flip me out. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, that would flip me out. So I thought about using peanut butter, yes, Samantha, but no, I didn't do it. So
next time.
I don't know. Ever since Brian did it and they got mad, I said,
maybe now I've heard that people, so you know how I said I would give, when I was single, I would give readings to people on dating sites and not actually go on dates. But anyway, so one of them said that when he was younger, he went hunting with his father and they saw a Bigfoot only one time in his life, but over top of him, there were white lights hovering over top. So that would be cool if you got that too.
So I don't know. I'm real excited, but I'm scared because it's like right outside my back door, right? And that one picture I sent you is like right outside my back door.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and the neighbor's got a pear tree, and I was telling Chris today, I was like, what's really strange is I snuck up through the woods to the neighbor's house. And the neighbor's got cameras. And I'm like, why does the neighbor have cameras?
Right.
She lives alone with kids.
Right.
So something's going on.
Something happened. Yeah.
Yeah, something's going on. Kelly, having held camera, you get a photo of Bigfoot. Otherwise, if a camera's in the woods, they can move them, apparently. That is correct. Actually, Kelly, I've got a picture. I was taking... matter of fact, here's the camera I was taking pictures with when I was out putting the cameras out. And the date, everything went to 2009. I put fresh batteries in it. The time changed on it. And about 70% of my photographs got erased. Don't know how. I found out on the show before I went live the other night. And one photograph I took, we don't know what's in it. It could be pareidolia. So I had somebody look at it. We don't know what it is. It's in the distance. So we don't know. So, but I'm very tricky with the cameras I did install. So I don't know. I may get nothing. I may get cameras moved. I may get them ripped. Who knows? So, but if I don't get anything, I've got other tricks in the bag. So, but
that one energy being or whatever it was that visited our house, that physically moved our camera to where it wanted it to point. So these things really have a mind of their own and do what they want. I know there's always a reason. So if they do it with yours, I think it's to help you. That's what I feel it would be, to help you, because they can feel all these beings that are good. Well, even the bad ones, but they can tell what your intentions are. And you're a kind person. You have good intentions. You know, that's easy for anyone to see. So I think that they would help you.
Well, I hope so. Brian has a question. I've wondered, can infrasound affect electronics? Yes, certain frequencies can fry electronics. Absolutely. Can cause some anomalies they experience with electronics. Matter of fact, the guy from Florida, Mr. Sheely, said that he has noticed over the years that a lot of people's electronics that go on expeditions that have problems with them, malfunctioning, being fried, being tampered with, whatnot. What's causing it? I mean, we can't say it's Bigfoot or Dogman or anything paranormal, right? Because we can't prove it. So, I mean, it's not like we can walk up and like, hey, Lala, you're Bigfoot. Did you growl at my camera and make it? Did you fry it? You know, I mean, there's nothing we can use.
Yep.
You use passive IR cameras that can't see it like regular. I've got those. I've got 4 different types of trail cameras. So, yeah. Use peanut butter remove gum from my daughter's hair. You may have to gift peanut butter. I thought about gifting peanut butter. I thought about doing things with peanut butter, but I left it alone. So, yes. So, but what's weird, Thomas, is I talked on the show too about taking pictures out in the woods, because I do got a good sized lens on there. So, because I was shooting kind of a distance and I had it on automatic setting. So, you know, if you're not a photographer, ISO, shutter speed, all that other stuff that goes along with the mechanicals of a camera, I can take a picture here, but I couldn't take a picture here. I can take a picture here, but I couldn't go back and take a picture here. Now, that can come with many obstacles. Our eyes are like a camera lens. It can only focus on one thing. Could it be a branch close up and I'm trying to take a picture far away and it will not autofocus? That could be a possibility. But why did I lose all those pictures? And why did the date change with brand new batteries?
Yeah.
That I don't know. So how long have you been looking for Bigfoot and other things? I haven't really been looking for Bigfoot. Bigfoot actually found me.
Right. Yep.
Golly, I've been in Bigfoot, gosh, since I was probably a teenager, Kelly. So Bigfoot is always really, really fascinated my tush. Cryptids. I've really gotten into it all hot and heavy probably the past 8 or 9 years. Dogman scares me. I'm kind of leery about Dogman. So hopefully I never see one. I've seen tracks, alleged tracks and so forth. I've seen alleged photographs and videos of such creature. I don't know what they are. So who knows? So good idea not to use peanut butter. So yeah, I did. I thought about many things, you know. So, but what's weird though is that even the guy from Florida said that he knows people that's got really good pictures on trail cams, but they want money for them, and they think they got the $1 million picture, and they won't share it, and so forth. Kelly, they always move your cameras. They must annoy you all this time. This is the first time I put these cameras out. These are newer cameras. These are not the old cameras that you see on TV. These are the newer updated cameras. And I bought different makes and models across the board to test many theories that I have and test the different technology. So, and some of it may not work at all. A lot of people do get upset because the cameras do get moved. And usually it's either up a tree or they turn it.
Oh, crap. Oh, boy.
Let's just say I did that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't bring them.
All right. That's me. That was me.
Go.
I had to stop and think for a minute.
Like, no.
So they move them up a tree or they turn them or they rip them off a tree. Now, bite marks on a camera, then that's kind of hard to duplicate. So I've seen those. How are they supposed to remove the stuck tape in the hair with no peanut butter? Yeah, right. I use Gorilla Tape on all my shipping stuff that I ship out. So it's extra sticky. And so if they go to take it off them, it's also going to leave fingerprints, because when I ship things, When I touch the tape, you can see my fingerprints.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
That's
So,
interesting.
and I put it between trees too. So this way, you know, and I put them at different levels between trees too. So, you know,
That's
some
good.
ankle, some mid. So this way, if deer do cross, it ain't gonna, you know, get them in the head and so forth.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
So it's gonna be a mad grizzly. Yeah. I think Bigfoot got me with all these chiggers. They're like, sick 'em, sick 'em. So
I think you're going to get other cryptids too.
That's what I was told. When did you do this? Today is, what is today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
I put them out Sunday morning and I put the rest of them out yesterday. So it took me almost 7.5 hours, and I got GPS location coordinates for each camera, because these cameras, you can put 3 in a 50-yard area and turn around and look, and you can't even find them on a tree. That's how good camouflage they are. So I got GPS coordinates on each tree.
Nice.
And I went a good lick. So yeah.
Where'd you get them from?
I bought them. And that and sponsors.
Oh, okay.
So, when I go back, that I'm debating. I don't know if I'm gonna leave them out there, because some of the batteries can last up to 6 months or more.
That's good.
So I may wait 30 days. I may wait 3 weeks. I don't know. I want them to get. I don't want to go out there and check them like in a week, because think of it like turkey hunting. Turkeys get nervous when they see something that's not there and it's there, right?
Mhm.
So turkeys are very smart. We know alleged Bigfoot, Sasquatches are even smarter.
Mhm.
So I want things to get kind of comfortable seeing something. So if they see this big IR light, like, whoa, and you know, and a deer sitting it off on one side of the woods, and like, oh, me not go there, me go this way. I got a camera, like, surprise, say cheese. And you know, so I got tricks up my sleeve, see? So so probably about 3 weeks, hopefully.
That's smart.
Is where I'm going to probably run right around 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks. So, and I don't know if I'm going to go out there and take them down, or I'm just going to go out there. So I got a card reader. It's a little handheld color screen where you can put the chip in and read them.
Yeah.
And do that. So, yeah.
That would be good.
I am excited to see them. I mean, we got some monster deer. I know that. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see. But you know, when I'm not excited to see is like ghosts, or like women in nightgowns walking in the woods with black hair.
Yeah, no.
So your house would be taped up. Yeah, yeah, 3 weeks. So, but what's really weird, Kelly, is that my neighbor's got cameras facing the woods. My neighbor's has got a pear tree, and that's a food source. So I know the deer eat pears. So and I found something. I don't know what it is. It's a picture of some kind of track. It's probably a little over 12 inches long. I think I sent you. So
do you have
maybe
a camera facing your back door too?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Because that would be interesting if any beings go past your place.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Did I do a casting? No, I did not. And the reason why, you have to look at the picture. I'm not sharing the picture with a lot of people because I don't know what kind of track it is. It's questionable. I don't think it's a human track the way it looks.
No.
But it's questionable. It's not like I can say, Kelly, look at this. This is a Bigfoot track. But this track will make you go, Grizzly, where'd you get this?
Right.
So, who's an expert? So I am going to share it with a few people in the research field, yes, behind the scenes, and just, toss it around and get their take on it. Yeah. And so forth. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not one of those people, Kelly, that, that's going to take a bunch of pictures and go, look at here. Look, here's Bigfoot. See it? And circle a bunch of dark spots and claim it to be something it's not, because I don't know what it is. I mean, I got one photograph that I got a couple people looked at. They're like, dude, I don't know what that is. Well, I don't know what it is either. I mean, my screens I can touch and blow up with my finger like an iPad. And it makes you stop and like,
I want to see.
So, but it's just really weird because you don't know. And that's the thing. And I don't know. Let's see here.
Oh, that's a good point, Brian. Yeah.
What are you saying?
He said if you want to keep the Bigfoot away from your back door, maybe put a camera out there so that they stay away.
But yeah, well, and that's another thing a lot of people do too, is put cameras up to keep the Bigfoot and Sasquatches to stay away. All right, check your phone. Now, when you click on that picture, tell me what you see.
Okay. Am I looking to the right or left or the center?
Now, see, that's the problem. Now, look in the center and blow it up. Just take your finger and just make it bigger.
That dark thing back there?
What is that?
It looks like there's something back, like something back there.
See, that's the thing. We don't know what that is.
Because it's different from all the rest that's around it.
That is correct. I didn't see that when I took the photograph.
Ew, it looks like it's looking back at the camera.
Now, you remember how long my camera lens is? That's a 300 by 70.
That is eerie.
So, you know how you get that feeling that you're being watched?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, now, is that a shadow? But that shadow has an outline.
Right.
So, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is there eye shine? No, because the sun is actually hitting it on one side. I mean, the sun is actually, it looks like it, if you blow it up, looks like it's illuminated. So that's what's weird. Now, I've seen eye shine. Now, that's crazy. Self-illumination, that's wild. So.
You can definitely see something back there. Absolutely.
Yeah, my question is what is it?
I don't know.
So, and the problem is that since I don't have the date and time, right, on my camera, I don't know where I took that picture, because now I can't take that with my GPS coordinates with my date and time and say, oh, I was in this area. I can go back to this area and reduplicate that picture or go to that area and validate that.
Oh,
Kelly, their eyes are yellow, orange, blue, red, white, and Barb, what other colors? I'm missing a color. Green.
Really?
Barb, green, right, Barb?
Do the different colors mean that they're different in some way, or different types of Bigfoot?
That I don't know. Now, Barb's got cameras up, and they throw crap at her cameras all the time at her houses. Oh no, I'm being serious, don't they, Barb?
Oh,
Barb, don't they throw stuff at your camera? You ought to hear her audio she gets. I mean, she lives in the woods. So
I did hear they throw pebbles at people that are hiking and they want them to leave and stuff.
Oh yeah, and they get bigger when you don't. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Somebody said they wear contacts.
Then to me, it seems like a shadow figure. Roger, did you get the picture? I didn't send it to you. Oh. I thought Roger had the picture. So here, Barb, are you still here, Barb? Answer. Roger says, no, he didn't get the picture. Barb, let me know if you're still here. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Home security cameras. All right, Barb.
Can we, what's the
Barb,
code word we use?
Echo.
Echo.
All right. Barb, did you see what I sent you? What did you think that was? Let's see here. Here's the here's the one that Chris and I sent Lala, and you can look at it too. I don't know. I mean, y'all can look at it. Let's see here. All right, here. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another edition Enchanting with Lala. She's getting set up and everything. Barb, check your phone there. Check in the very far center there. Once she's ready, there we go. Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. All right,
I brought
now.
this. It says words that the spirit are trying to communicate to us.
Oh, Lord, just what we need.
I've been having, past 2 nights, I've been having really creepy dreams, visitation dreams, and it's this really bad energy that keeps trying to grab at me. And I'll wake up and I'll feel something grabbing at me the same spot that I dreamed of. So I saged today. I don't know. I did read somebody recently, so maybe that sometimes they have attachments, but I turned this thing on when I was having the dreams, and it said murderer, incubus, mirror. Like, yeah, and I have a mirror right by my bed. It just creeped me out.
Yeah, I'll be throwing holy water. Bob would have been wet. Bob would have been like, what in the hell going on? In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Put it in like a super soaker gun and just shoot up the whole house.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, see, I got my holy water with me.
I need to buy some that kit, by the way. I really should. And put the
Man, I'm telling you. Welcome back, Sean. Glad to have you.
Uh-oh.
That was not me.
Oh, dude.
That was not me. I said, welcome back, Sean, and went off. So, Roger, I see spirit, shadow figures, hear and communicate Would see spirits more or less a sensitive, but learn mediumship. Wow, Roger.
Very cool.
Welcome to your journey. I'm still scared, so I'm not going to lie. Interesting. Science Bob, are you the one grabbing at her in the night?
Smack him in a loving, consensual way.
I can't believe that went off. That was wild when I said Sean's name.
It's weird.
Grizzly, I need your camera lens. I know, right? Hey, you ought to see this one I've got. I can take a picture up to a mile away. Yes.
Really?
Yes, it is. It is humongous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I got, I'll say it for the other show, but yeah, so I sent Barb that picture. She says something's there too, but I don't know. And Bob's like, oh, yes, please. Just don't hurt me. Yes.
All right, somebody wanted.
He's laughing, look at him. Yeah.
Oh, God. All right.
It's the living will get not to deceive, but BS, they'll both get you. Yeah. I had this one guy, Roger and Kelly. He taunted the ghost in the house, and the guy was like, "Oh, don't you dare do that!" Mm-hmm. And he was like, "F you," and all this other stuff. And make a long story short, the people that were helping the family was like trying to tell this guy that is a big no-no. Don't do it. You don't know who you're messing with. Make a long story short, one of their teenage daughters ended up dying in the attic.
Oh, my God.
Healthy daughter.
Oh, God.
And to this day, he cannot live with himself. So... And he basically challenged the spirit, and that he was not going to move, that he was the man, and he said a bunch of horrible stuff, and it was very, very, very bad.
Yeah,
well, I shared I guess, Kelly, I can share the picture. Why not? Now, yeah, I can share the picture. Only worst thing you can do is laugh. Now, the REM pod's going to go off because I'm going to have to use my touch screen to blow it up for you. So stand by here.
Somebody asked if your thingy went off was it Shane? And it did.
Sean.
Sean, it said yes. It said yes.
Yeah. So this is not blown up. This is just a regular picture, just like it sits. Let me get your comment off. Let me cancel here. So, all right, now let me share my screen. Now this is not any Photoshop blown up. This is just a regular picture. Now, I'll let you all study it for a second. Oh, you really can't see nothing. All right, so let me do this. Now I'm going to take my finger. So REM pod's going to go off, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm moving it. Now look at this part. Let me move the REM pod back. Hold on. Now do you see what I'm looking at? So now I'm going to back the picture out so you can see what it looks like normal. That's me with the REM pod. Mm-hmm. So you see it's right there.
That just has a weird feeling in general.
So
and I'm not one.
I don't know what it is. So
yeah, usually I'm not the type to go, oh, I saw a face. I don't do that, but This has a weird feeling. It really does.
So I'm going to blow it up one more time so y'all can see it. And the only reason, and I got a big monitor. Sorry about the REM pod, but I got a big monitor. So I noticed it right away when I was going through the photographs. Let me move my REM pod back. When I was going through the photographs before the show. So I don't know. So Kelly, I don't know where the photograph was taken because the date, the time, everything on my camera was changed. My camera said it was 2009. It was January 9th at 2 a.m. in the morning when I took this picture, when I had fresh batteries and everything else in it. And I set the time. So I can't go back and validate what's there. I can't go back and take another picture to reduplicate it to see if I can debunk it. So I at this point, it's just going to be unknown. So,
And the trees back there, they're a different shade than whatever this is.
Right. But the thing is, and this is where I was telling Chris, is that lens is I was shooting at a distance. See, so I'm gonna go back to the picture, and I'm gonna put it back to regular size. So this is probably, I would probably say maybe 30, 40 feet from me, maybe, if that. But I don't know where this area is. But if you look, but see on your screen, you're only seeing a small picture. But on my screen, the sun is lighting it up on the side. And from here, if you blow it up, it looks like it's got a conical head or whatever you call it. But you can see the sun is reflecting off of it, and it's got a shape down to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I cannot prove what it is. So
looks like a gorilla body.
Well, I don't know.
Is that what Bigfoots look like? Gorilla bodies?
Yeah, yeah.
Are the white ones Bigfoot also, or are they different whole breed?
No, they say the white ones are, some of them say they're albino, some of them say they're the elders, like the grandmas, the papaws. So looks like a hooded figure. That's what a couple of people said too. Take a photo of it. I put it on a 75-inch, Kelly, and looked at it. So, and it really makes you really go like, wow. So, if you want, Kelly, you got questions, the person to ask is Barb. She's got a family of them living at her place, messes around with cameras, make duck calls in the middle of the night, barks like dogs, and all kinds of stuff. And Brian, he's another one. He's got in the free. I'm sorry, Rev. So,
yeah, the white ones are called Yetis, right?
Well, what color is a polar bear?
White.
No.
What color?
Black.
So what?
Yeah. Polar bears are not white. Their skin's black. The polar bear's hair is like fiber optic. It reflects the surroundings.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta Google this later. I didn't know that at all.
Oh, I'm nowhere near the REM pod. I was leaning back and it went off.
Oh,
I was nowhere near it. I was leaning back, nowhere near it. See my mic? The REM pod's in front of me. So it went off on its own. So even Kelly says correct. See?
Wow.
So we have alleged Bigfoot hair that people have that looks like fiber optic. It's clear. And that's how they can camouflage themselves for alleged cloak.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
So
Smart.
but Barb's got elementals. Barb's got, man, she's got a freaking zoo, ladies and gentlemen.
Orbs. I saw the orbs she showed me one. Was it a fairy? It was something really, really interesting that was outside a couple months ago.
Oh, you saw a white baby? Wow. That's interesting.
Aww.
they have taken to her. I don't know. See, I be coming out like my cousin Vinny, you know, with that screech owl. Yeah, I got flagged for playing that on the show one day.
Really?
That part where he comes out and he starts shooting out the door and that owl. Remember? Do you remember that scene? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're weird about flagging stuff.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, she does. She records everything. You ought to hear some of her audio, ladies and gentlemen. You ought to go to her Facebook group and her YouTube channel. It's pretty interesting. So, and we're on tomorrow night at 9:00. Then we got Thursday at 5:30 with her too. So open the door. So I'm surprised nobody's asked any questions tonight. That's interesting.
Oh, somebody asked a question. Okay.
They did? What'd they ask? I must have missed it. You got me looking at.
I think it was about oh God, I forgot what it was. Oh no, if the REM pod went off for somebody in the audience and it said yes.
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah.
As soon as I said Sean, it went off. So, but has Barb got a photo of anything? Barb's got video. She's got more than photos. So it's pretty wild. So, you know, it's interesting how they manipulate electronics. So I don't know if it's their frequencies. That's why a lot of people are going back to the old technology, you know, the 35 mils, the 110s, the old real cams and so forth. So, I mean, look at my camera. I mean, somebody explain that to me. I've never, since I own that camera, ever had that problem.
That's weird. Well, you should tell them before we started this, we lost a couple minutes of time.
Yeah. So right before the show, I told her we had 3 minutes and 43 seconds. And she said like 5 words. And I'm like, we got 10 seconds. We're going live. What happened? And she's like, I'm like, yeah, hold on. And we lost like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yep.
Out of nowhere.
This weekend, I was driving, and what should have taken me 20 minutes to get to took me an hour, and Bob was with me, and I was going to a gig, so I was late for work, and I have no idea what happened. He didn't know what happened. It was very weird. I don't know what was going on. So something's happening to everybody. Like, I don't know if time's speeding up. A lot of people are saying that, actually, that they feel time speeding up.
I don't know. Something happened because when I said, because I'm very particular, ladies and gentlemen. You can ask Barb. You can ask Chris. Anybody that does shows with me, any of my co-hosts or anybody that does shows with me at all, I always give them countdowns as soon as we're backstage. We usually get on about 10, 15 minutes early, and I start counting down, don't I, Lala?
Yeah, you do.
And it was weird. So Roger is my deceased sister with her father.
Okay. Is Roger's sister with her father? Yes. Yes.
That was a big yes.
Mm-hmm. Is she safe? Good. And go back to normal. Can you go back to normal? Thank you. Can you go back to normal? Thanks. Is she happy? Yes. Okay. Very happy. Good. Okay. Thank you. You gotta get it. You gotta try this. I think you would do really good with it. Because it's your energy. It's your energy and spirit's energy helping. It's not anything creepy.
Right. Roger says, good, good, good.
No.
Let's see here. E-Rev, are we in our own realm or theirs? Damn, let's just get to the point. Are you talking Bigfoot realm? Or are you talking alien realm? Or Kelly?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Kelly says she's got them. They're amazing to use.
They're fun. I think this is just my conspiracy theory. I think that our consciousness was taken from where we were and put somewhere else that looks similar to home but isn't home. Because this just doesn't feel, nothing feels right, really, anymore. And maybe that's just because of personal things, but it's something feels different. So I think we're somewhere else. Oh, dude. Oh, God. See?
Why is it when you start talking and it, that's wild. That's wild. Lala are the videos from our Pennsylvania farmhouse. My father-in-law who passed away last month. What's that mean, Barb? Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is he, are you asking me to ask Rods if he's in those videos? Yeah, I think so. Let me ask. Let's see if we can see this. Okay, go normal. Is it her father or no? Yes. Go back to normal. I feel it's him, but I feel there was something good, but something else. I think he has a friend with him, someone close to him. It feels like two energies, but they feel happy. They make me want to laugh. I don't know if he was that type of person, but
it's interesting.
My dad came to get her when she passed. So yes, absolutely, yes. And I'm sorry you lost your sister and dad also.
Yeah, that's really rough. Not from here. So FDL Paranormal's back. We're doing our show tomorrow, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm like, oh.
How is that person doing?
They're in Las Vegas right now. They're like, I guess they're doing the Elvis impersonator. I asked them if they gonna get married by Elvis.
Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
He did not think that was funny.
No.
So, and Barb says yes.
Okay. Yeah. He that was him, but he had a friend. So maybe he lost someone before. It does, it feels like it was a friend of his. It doesn't really feel like family. But maybe he was, I don't know. He's happy.
Kelly, that's awful. Kelly wants to know, did her mom know that she was going to die?
Okay. So when it does this way, and then this way, it's a yes and no. So she could have known but been in denial. That happens a lot when I do readings. Or she could have felt something and just wanted to put it off. So she didn't entirely know.
Kelly's got abilities too.
Very cool. What does she do?
I don't know. She said on the last show that she has abilities, and so does Lala have any messages from my friend Katie Fink with her dad passing suddenly?
Can
What
Katie
is it?
get the house safe from selling? Get the house safe from selling it? Like a safe with money, or is that what they mean? I'm just asking because I have to be particular in what I ask Spirit. That's all. Let me ask.
Oh, selling the house.
Okay. I'm asking. Can you think? What's a bubbler? Is that a word?
Mm,
A
bubbler.
bubbler? Yeah, he keeps saying bubbler. So I don't know if that.
Sounds like a bubbler envelope, maybe. Something's in it.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but there's something owed to her that's not being shown to her that she has to find that will be helpful to her.
Sounds like an envelope.
Okay. That's it. I've never gotten that message before ever.
Kelly said she just knows stuff. It's weird. That's how I feel.
We're all weird. Welcome. You're normal here.
So.
Yeah, the dad's concerned, actually.
Brian says that makes sense.
Yeah, he's concerned. Something isn't right. Something's kind of shifty with everything. So if she's signing stuff, tell her to really, really look over everything. Have someone with her to read it over.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Thank you. Her dad left no trust, will, or last wishes. That's rough.
Wow. There's something don't feel right though. Is there someone else involved that might not be exactly honest with her?
See what he types.
Because there's something for her.
I see Brian hollering at his wife. Hold on, I'm trying to type. A brother who just wants money and hasn't spoken to family in 10 years. There we go.
Okay. This could get messy.
Was you telling your wife to hold on?
There's a place in
the
there's a place in the house that he hid something that would be financially helpful to her. And I feel it's in a floorboard. He hid something for her.
And see, Kelly, this is how mine works. I actually saw Brian telling his wife that, and him waving his hand as he was typing, and that's how my images come to me. Mm-hmm. So that's how this is where, that's why I said it's weird to me. I'll pass this along to her. She is devastated. Yeah, absolutely. Man, how would you find on a floorboard? Because people back then were very well with hiding stuff. My grandfather was very well. I mean, we found stuff. Well, not we, but family members found stuff after he passed, years after he passed.
Oh, wow.
And books underneath the fridge, in ceilings and in the ceilings in the basement, in the walls. Yes. My wife wanted me to fill her vape, and I said, hold on a second. Yeah. So.
Yeah, just tell her to be careful.
I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to. I can't help what they say, I feel bad. It's not always pleasant. But it can turn out to be pleasant. She's just got to be careful and start looking in that house. He'll guide her. She's just got to, if she gets a feeling to look somewhere, look there.
Man, that's interesting. Hopefully it really works out. I really do. I hate to, it's very strange. And I'll say this, especially for the audio listeners tomorrow, it's sad to see how family members change when somebody passes.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Their true colors come out.
Yeah. Kelly, Lala, whose voice do you hear when you get told things?
So I don't know how to explain this. I hear a voice inside, but I don't hear the tone. I don't hear any, like, how they sound. I just know it's a voice, if that makes sense. Now, if it's outside and they talk to me, if there's an emergency, they will yell outside of me. And then I'll hear if it's voice deep or if it's female. It changes with whoever's speaking. But inside, it's a lot different. It's hard to describe. But I hear all different types.
See, mine, I can't differentiate if it's me or it's my memory or if it's myself. Right? So I don't hear like a third person or a second person.
Yeah. Sometimes it sounds like me, and that's when I question myself.
Right. See, that's the problem I have.
Right. Exactly. But I've learned that if the message keeps coming up, it's spirit. They keep pushing something until you acknowledge it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we'll call it a wrap from coast to coast and around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Another edition in the books with Lala. So hopefully everybody has a good night from coast to coast and around the world. Godspeed, and we'll catch you on the next show. Bye-bye.